We give people the nostalgia through the campfires, through the s'mores, through all those things that we provide, but they're staying in a comfortable, modern, well-designed motel. It's kind of like the perfect sweet spot. We have been married for 5 years, but we've been together for 20+ years, and we bought Graham & Company 2 years ago.
We lived in New York for 30 years. I was in real estate, and Martin was in advertising. We always loved the Catskills. They're very beautiful.
You don't really come to the Catskills to watch TV. You come to the Catskills to get outside. I love the trees and the beauty of the 4 seasons. We have an incredible fall, winter, summer, and spring. Phoenicia is kind of a classic small town. We know pretty much everyone in town.
Right.
Yeah. That's kind of refreshing, you know? 27 years ago, we were looking for a place to stay just to relax for the holidays. It happened to be Christmas time. Joe had a turkey and was ready to cook everything.
I was ready to roll.
And we found the Cobblestone Inn, and they had a place open with a kitchen. So we came here and we stayed. And we really had no idea that we would be owning this place.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Years later. It was kind of amazing. We came along in 2018, and we picked it up, and we're hoping to keep up with the momentum of where it was. If you see pictures of this, I guess it was probably the 40s or the 50s. The entire exterior was pink. The inside of the rooms, they were of the time. Floral prints. Paneling on the walls. Yeah. If you want to move forward, and if you want to bring in a new audience like we have, you kind of have to update that. And I'll give credit to a group of 4 designers. They were the ones that kind of saw this raw property and saw its potential. They did a great job of giving it a modern feel while not losing some of that nostalgia that's really important to people. One of my favorite things about the rooms is the wood shiplap. It's almost kind of got like a cabin-like feel to it, again, which is unique to the Catskills. You're definitely not in your city apartment. And then there's the bungalow in the very front of the place, which we just redesigned. It was being used basically as a storage shed, and we turned it from the storage shed into what it is now, and it's our most popular space. I brought in my own designer, Joni Rentz, and she's helping me move that forward with all the rooms.
So there's a Danish term called hygge. It relates to a feeling of comfort, warmth, and hospitality. I really grasped onto that. I knew that everything needed to be interjected with a feeling of hygge. So the outside, I wanted it to blend in with the natural surroundings. I didn't want it to stand out. And then since it was very dark on the outside, I wanted to be very bright and light and inviting on the inside. So we whitewashed all the walls and then brought in warm furnishings. We just mixed a lot of textures because that creates a lot of visual interest and creates a sense of coziness in the space. With a lot of throws so that people can kind of wrap themselves up and sit and read and enjoy the beautiful views.
Welcome to the reception area of the Graham. So this here is an old garage that we've turned into our reception area. So this is one of the secondary structures that was added on to the Cobblestone Inn. Here's where everyone comes in the morning. They can get their coffee, they can get their tea. This is a Scandinavian stove that's from the 60s, and it just kind of keeps this whole place warm in the winter. We don't use any heaters in here. We just use this little stove. So here in the den is where people like to come and hang out. Well, this used to be a garage, like our reception, and this was part of the old Cobblestone Inn. It's amazing what you can do with just a little design sense and paint and some nice furniture. You can either make yourself a fire, or you can play games, or like Joe's doing, just hang out.
The den, we use it for movie screenings and private events and art and all that fun stuff.
Over there is one of my favorite images that Joe has ever done. It's right in front of Penn Station. I love that one.
It's kind of beautifully furnished, you know, simple fabrics and burlaps and things like that.
When you go into your space, into your room, you want to feel like it's a modern and clean environment. You don't want to feel like you're at home. You want it to feel like you're in a special place.
We prepare the breakfast, which starts early, and we've got to get the coffee ready for the first cup, which gets poured at 8 o'clock.
We actually bring breakfast to the people's doors in a little black crate, and each one is packed according to one of 3 choices they can pick from. And that's great. People really appreciate that. We're all about being outside. If you stay with us, you're about getting outdoors. And we just go right over here, and behind us we see Mount Tremper, and then the field. And this is where the bonfires are at night. And of course, we've got the volleyball court, and then the badminton court, and then a beautiful view of the mountain. Again, we're in the Catskills. We're trying to get outside. We want you to enjoy the outdoors. There's a lot to do up here, as long as you appreciate getting outside and getting fresh air, and that's what we love about it. We're in this together.
Right.
That's always comforting, that when you've got a partner, it's not just a business partner, it's my partner in life. So, you know, the fact that we have the same goals, same shared ideas of what needs to happen, that's really important. We wanted to do something fresh, so that's what we've done.